afternoon. I'm Łukasz Loniewski. I'm client partner on Facebook, working with Central and Eastern Europe. And I'm responsible as well on behalf of Facebook of working with Forex binary options businesses. And we are building with my team as well the strategy for fintech businesses across Europe, Middle East and Asia. And thank you very much for inviting me here and for the organizers to have Facebook as a part of this great conference. We are for the second time as Facebook here in Cyprus. And maybe I will start only from the very beginning how it started, because the history of Facebook and history of Forex industry is very short. If we look into the past, probably we had first client, first partner, which started to work with us around 2 years ago, the one which was directly cooperating with Facebook. I can name the name of this client because they kindly agreed to be named. It's IQ Option. And the client who started to grow very fast based on Facebook solutions. It was very much a surprise for our team that a client can really capitalize on the solutions which we are offering to such an extent that within a few months is becoming one of the biggest fintech clients of Facebook in Europe, and then within the next year is becoming the biggest financial services client of Facebook globally. So the story, this brought our attention to the part of the business where the client is coming from, and we discovered that Forex industry is a big industry, and behind this client there is a huge number of other big businesses which are located mainly in Cyprus. So when we are looking at this industry, we are seeing more than 300 of companies within Cyprus and many more coming from other regions in Central and Eastern Europe, with the big number of those originating from Russia, originating from Baltics, Poland, Romania and others. If you will look at the size of those businesses are one of those global leaders for us as well. That's why we are here today. When I was thinking what I would like to deliver today to you is I would like to speak about my experience of working with those businesses. I worked with those businesses for 2 years, and there are some specific conclusions which I came to working with them. So this will be a topic of my presentation, but before I will start, I just would like to give you a bit of the heads up. So I'll be talking today about the power of the fintech industry, that is very transforming and disruptive to financial services industry. So if you are now working with Forex businesses, or if you are one of those businesses, I will tell you how we see your role within wider financial services industry, because this role is very big and there is a mission behind it. Second, on the basis of my experience, I'm seeing as well that mobile is such a critical part of success in the time when we are living, that I will try to share with you a few best practices on how to capitalize on mobile, not particularly on Facebook, but overall on mobile itself. And then I will share with you a few thoughts which are on the top of the minds of owners of the businesses who I'm working with. But let me start from the mission. So when we are looking at the industry, and the fintech industry and Forex industry as well, what we are seeing is that the most successful companies which are capitalizing on the opportunities of which digital can give at the moment, those are the businesses which are with the mission. Facebook was built as a company on the mission. Our mission is to make the world more open and more connected. And when we are looking at the fintech industry and the Forex industry, we are seeing that the clients, the partners who are scaling very fast, those are the clients who are having a mission behind that. The company which I mentioned, IQ Option, was exactly built this way. If you will speak with the founders, they have started with a specific idea behind the business to give the opportunity for trading to everyone and to make this trading as easy as possible. If you will look at the global population, you will see that around 2 billion of people of the global population today doesn't have access to financial services industry. They do not have ability to send money, to get a credit, because it requires from them to travel to the physical location. It is very costly. They spend around 10% of their disposable income on the fees. So the role of the Forex, of the fintech industry, which we are seeing, is to get them closer to the services, which should be something as a given. It should be something which everyone should have access to. If you will look at the most successful companies which we work with, they are having those fees really limited. There is as well a company which is coming from online trading, which is Robinhood. It was set up very recently and in States. And if you will look at the recent Snapchat IPO, you will see that majority of millennials who were trading stocks of Snap were those who were trading this via the Robinhood. So there is a huge opportunity which you can capitalize on, and which this opportunity is at the reach of your hand. Do not focus only on the target groups, or do not focus on the clients which you currently have, because getting those clients and converting them to your customers is very expensive. Try to look a bit further. I love this quote of Dan Schulman. He is a CEO of PayPal, which is he really says the essence of what it means to run a fintech business. He's saying that the role of those businesses is to give the right to everyone to have the access to basic financial services, and he believes as well that giving this access is giving the opportunity to improve lives of people. So this is something where we are seeing the role of your businesses. If you look at how it all started, you know, fintech businesses started to capitalize first on the big platforms. Yes, Google and Facebook were those which allowed you guys to have a reach, scale, and the distribution. Then recently appeared, we call them ecosystems, so companies like Airbnb or Uber, and those companies showed that if you are having very innovative business model, and if you are using the opportunity of Google, Facebook, and other big platforms, you are able to disrupt traditional industries. So you know that Airbnb disrupted hotel industry, Uber disrupted the taxi industry. What we are seeing now, we are seeing and we are thinking that the next Uber or the next Airbnb will be coming from your industry, from the Forex industry, from binary option businesses, or from the other fintech industry. We are believing that the next Uber will come exactly from one of the companies which you are representing. But there are, of course, key elements to make this mission accomplished, and I will try to tell you a few hints how to get there. But before I will move to that, of course, we need to a bit reflect on what is the fintech, wider fintech, and where Forex is having its place in this all picture. The industry is very fragmented. What we are seeing in the region of Central and Eastern Europe, which is very strong in terms of the technology, which is very strong in terms of entrepreneurial spirit, we're seeing that mobile payments, personal lending, money transfers, and online trading are those who are the most successful. Those are the companies which are the most successful with us, and those are the companies which we are seeing capitalizing on our platform the most. About online trading, a few comments. I know that the regulation is becoming way more stronger for you, and there is a strong competitive pressure as well from your peers. What I'm hearing from many of the founders when I'm meeting with them is that they are surprised when they hear that Facebook is allowing online trading to be present on the platform, and they are happy with that. But this news is not spread around the industry yet. So guys, if you will ask me, or if you will be willing to talk about this, I'm happy to tell you a few tips how to start on our platform after the presentation. But first, a few numbers. to become a very successful fintech or forex business these days, the key thing to capitalize is mobile. And you know, for me, it's so sad, I would say, many times when I'm meeting CEOs and we are having a great plan, great discussion, and then we come to this moment when I'm asking this question, okay, so how about your mobile application, yes? Do you allow your users to trade via mobile? And then I'm hearing that, okay, we are using the one or another platform which is not allowing that, or no, we haven't built our own native app. And you know, within this time when we are living, not having your own mobile app, which is allowing traders to trade via this app, is something which is limiting to 80% your opportunity to grow. I am not able to help businesses which are coming to me and asking, okay, can we do Facebook? No, we can't do Facebook if you don't have a mobile app, because currently majority of the traffic what I'm seeing across my clients who are the most successful businesses is coming from mobile. The quality of this traffic is very high. The cost of this traffic is very low, but you need to have a mobile app to accommodate this traffic. So that's something which I would like to stay in your mindset after this presentation, because developing a mobile app, we are working on this with a few clients, takes time. It's not a month, it's a few months, it's sometimes a few quarters or a year, depends on the organization. But if you want to be successful in this industry, you need to start thinking about this right now. And this is showing exactly why mobile is important and why you can capitalize on this trend. 78% of people which we have surveyed, they are all the time with the mobile apart from 2 hours. But if you will see at the next wave of your potential customers, if you will look at the next generation which is coming and will be trading, you will see that 87% of millennials are having their mobiles all the time with them. So if you want your companies to be well set up for future, that's the time to think about mobile, because they will not come back to desktop. They will not be trading via desktop. Majority of those millennials, which I mentioned at the beginning, for example, from Robinhood, they are trading on mobile. I would like to share with you a few insights from my discussions as well with the founders and CEOs. And this is most striking for me when I compared other industries which I worked with. The first thing is that the digital and the mobile itself are the top priority within these companies, coming top down. So it starts not at the media buying team. The mobile and the digitalization is not a task of your mobile buying teams. It's a task of the CEO or the CMO of the board to set the direction for the company. And the companies which I'm working with, I can tell you that the CEOs and CMOs are on the top of this mobile trend. So what they are doing, they are looking at the product at the organization internally and trying to think how to capitalize on mobile and how to set up the company for success. So starting from info security, through the regulation departments, or compliance, marketing, product, all those teams are working together, not in a silo, to capitalize on the mobile trend. So I will tell you as well, I will share with you the story how Facebook was going through this transformation. Facebook was not born mobile. Until early 2011-12, we were a desktop company. I know how many of you remember those very ugly desktop website of Facebook, and this was the only way to enter the platform, yes? And in 2012, our CEO, Mark Zuckerberg, sent a memo to all the employees saying, guys, starting from tomorrow, I am not willing to hear about any projects if they don't incorporate the mobile trend. So this came up from the top down, and believe me, he said this, and he was very persistent in that. Nothing in the company which was newly developed couldn't be developed if it was not having this mobile piece. So this transformation from desktop companies, this transformation for the Forex industry, because you guys are still in a desktop world, this requires the direction from the top down, as it was done with the Facebook back in the days. Before I will move on, and one more thing, what I'm as well seeing across many companies from Forex is that the business is run, business in terms of the marketing is done in-house. So this is a bit surprising because I worked with many companies who were coming from different verticals, and it was sometimes they were sometimes capitalizing on the external partners and agencies. Somehow I'm seeing that this is very limited here. I'm not saying that any direction is good, but this is the trend which I'm seeing within the top 10. Out of top 10 of my partners, 9 of them, they are having big internal in-house marketing teams which are having the expertise in Forex, in driving the traffic to Forex from different platforms. And of course, mobile-first marketing. So we need to remember about the one key thing. If you will be that company, successful company, which is having a mobile platform for trading, hopefully you will, and you will have it very, very soon. You need to remember that search is not a natural entry point for mobile. So I'm seeing a few people with their mobiles here, and I bet, guys, that you are not now on your mobile searching for money transfer or for any other service which Fintech can provide. And there is a reason behind that, because when you are on your mobile, you are expecting that within your apps which you are using, you will discover what is really useful for you. And Facebook, because we can tie the identity of the devices to the identity of people, and we can connect both, we can offer as well personalized way of displaying the offer which you are having within the other mobile applications. So this is super important to remember. This is striking me the most. If you will look at how much time people are spending within different applications, you will notice that every 1 out of 4 minutes is spent on either Facebook or Instagram. So 25% of the mobile time, of the time spent on mobile, is coming to our platforms. I'm very happy with that, and I'm presenting this data because that's the data. So please consider this trend as well. But if you are looking at where the marketing spend is going, you will not notice that it's going towards mobile. It's a very nice data which is showing 25%, as I mentioned, is going towards mobile, but only 12% of the investment is going towards mobile. So if you were now to think, okay, why there is a lack like that? Yes, so why people, like why CEOs who are sitting here at the audience, they know that mobile is important, but why they are still not investing into mobile? Yes, why they are not reaching people at the place where they are spending 1/4 of their time? So why this 25% is not matching 25% of their investment? And I was asking this question myself for a long time until I understood, and I will give you an answer for that. So when I surveyed the majority of my big partners, what I've noticed is that they are saying, yes, definitely it's important for them, it's a top priority, and when they are saying 35% of them in 2015 said that cross-channel measurement attribution, so the way how they attribute the results to mobile, is important for them. In 2016, this number grew from 35% to 55%, so more and more people, like within businesses I work with, they're saying, yes, we want to understand what's the value of mobile. But you know, when I'm asking them why you are not doing it, so why you are not measuring the impact of mobile and what is stopping you, there is a very interesting data. So this is amount which of the CEOs who is this year saying, yes, it's important for us, but 10% only are answering that it's possible. So what they are, what's the conclusion out of this? CEOs are aware of the mobile trend, but what they are saying is that they don't know how to capitalize on that, and they don't know how to measure this. Because measuring mobile is a way different than measuring desktop. People are now switching between one and the other devices. They are switching between desktop and mobile. They are having many devices, so this is a very big challenge for them. When it comes to matching customers, if we will ask, is it important for you to match the customers across multiple devices, the data is very similar. So what I would like you to remember out of this, if you will start investing your efforts of your organizations into the mobile, you will come across this challenge. So you will come across the situation when you will not know how to tie the results to your mobile investment. And this is a challenge which all the industry is facing these days. I am not able to speak about very specifics, but I can tell you that Facebook is currently working on a product which will be launched by the end of this year. We already announced a brief about this, but we don't want to go into these details at the conferences yet. But Facebook will be launching a product which will be allowing advertisers to match their conversions across different channels. Across, let's say you're Forex, you're working with affiliates, you're working with the CPA networks, yes, you work with Google and Facebook, and you don't have a common denominator today to compare the results. So thanks to the data which we have about the identity of people, we will be providing you the tool to have one common denominator across all those channels, and so that you will have one currency to compare the results. This tool will be launched later this year, and it will be announced on our blog, so please stay tuned, because I believe that this is a solution to increase the efficiency of your investment, the first thing, and second, help you to invest into mobile where the people are currently moving. There are three basics which you need to know about Facebook. I don't want to go much into that details, but I just want to tell you that the companies which work with us, they know them way out. So if you want to measure, you need to have this part, yes? If you want to use your customer data and find them on Facebook, you need to use this part. And if you want to find the similar customers to ones which are depositing the most, you need to know about the third solution. You know what's the most striking? The CEOs and CMOs know it by heart, those who are working with us. So when I'm trying always to understand what is the secret sauce of working with Facebook and having a success with us, this is the understanding from the top level down about the major elements of not of our targeting, but the major elements of what makes mobile successful. This is a percentage of the spend. If someone is very interested, you can relate to that. Of what is the biggest magic element of targeting on Facebook? This is the question which I'm getting very often from founders, and 85% of the investment in Forex business comes from custom audiences and lookalike audiences, the most powerful method of targeting on Facebook. So if I want you to remember about the three key elements of a success of a Forex business or wider fintech business, first, I really encourage you to have a mission for your company, because this will help you, but this will help as well your teams and your organization to have a direction which you are going towards. Second, the tech platform, but the tech platform which is allowing you to have full ownership over this business, not only the platform which you are taking from the external provider. And then the third one, please remember about mobile marketing, because that's where the people will land very, very soon. Having said that, thank you very much for your attention. I will be available around here after the presentation if you have additional questions, and looking forward to see you.
Question, if someone wants to share.
Super.
We have time for a question, anyone?
If anyone has a question now, don't be afraid. I will not bite. Yes, there is someone who is brave. We are listening. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, of course, there are different ways of driving business on Facebook. Way of organic acquisition of traffic is something which we haven't seen much success for this industry in specific. So, and this is a very good question, because what I'm seeing across many organizations when I'm meeting with them, they have always have the content marketing or the organic reach departments which are working, and this is great. But I have to say that in terms of driving business for Forex on our platform, this hasn't proved to be successful. Any other questions? I'm coming only next year, so that's the only opportunity. Guys, I'll be around. Thank you very much for your attention. And in a moment we will have the next speaker, so I think you can stay here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Luca.